that people get to say stuffs like Esosa, that how come Esosa has grown so much like this, and she'll be like, oh well. So my point is that when it comes to growth, right? I mean growth. Somebody who has grown from, in my influencer craft, I used to charge 500 naira per day around COVID period. Right now, I select brands. So I'm looking at this place a lot because my laptop is here. I'm streaming on YouTube also the same way I'm streaming on Instagram. So that's why I might be staring at here. So don't mind me. Just focus. So as I was saying, so when it comes to somebody who has scaled income, who has actually scaled income, this is me. But aside me, I'll be giving you all very practical, actionable tips that would help you tonight, this evening. So those are just joining us, welcome. So I was asking before you all came, I said, should I make this extremely short or should I go all the way? So I got responses like, as the spirit leads, and somebody else said something like, if that's how did he put it? I don't know whether Dabs is male or female. He said I should please go all the way if that's how I want it. So tonight, I will try my best to allow my spirit lead me, but make sure that I do not lose you all to something very long, so that you won't just fall off the live video and not be there till the end and not gain the full advantage of being on this live. Let me just take this opportunity to announce that I'll be doing live videos like once a week. So help me God. I really want to begin to do this so much because I want to be reach people, speak about things on my mind. There's always a lot of things. Thankfully, I have inner circles on WhatsApp where I offload some of these things every day, every morning. I have a circle where I talk about everything: personal development, growth, sales, business, life as it comes, life lessons, and all of that. And I have another one where I talk about money. But if not, I can imagine if I was just there and not having so much of the things up here to put out. If for bad, oh, that Dabs, I must know who this Dabs is. I really need to know. I think I know you, right? But I don't know you by this name. I don't know you by this name. So uh I'm glad I have a place like that to put it out. So this life, it has to happen. It has to happen so that I can begin to offload. It should not be here. So how to scale your income slash business and make more money. I'm saying some things tonight that you will not even anticipate. You will not anticipate. Let me begin with my bullets. I want to give 5 minutes past 7, so we have one more minute sharp, and I will just start straight up. Whoever joins us later, they were 5 minutes late, sadly. One more minute, and I start straight up. Okay, if you are coming, welcome, welcome. We're trying to wait for others. Great. Let's start. I'm trying to tell these WhatsApp people what they say. So sorry, I missed it. I missed it. What can I do? So first thing first, I'm talking about tonight is that scaling your income or increasing your business profits or scaling your business. Of course, when you scale your business, it means that you are going higher than the stage in which you are in, and it will make you more money, right? Scaling your income is a hard thing. I mean, it will never come easy. And if you're not prepared to do the hard thing, you have nowhere you are going to. Nowhere. See, most people do not like to do the hard thing. That is why you see that when it comes to the top excellent people up there are not so many people up there, because what it takes to get up there is so much work, so much hard stuff, so much of what will never come easy for you. So most people like the easy route. They like to chicken out. They like to take the easier route. They don't really like, they want, everybody of course wants to make money. If you ask the average person, what do you want for your life? Oh, I want I want to live a I want financial freedom. I want to live the life of my dreams. It comes so easy to anybody talk about financial freedom. But when it comes to the work to get that financial freedom, you discover that not everybody actually wants it. Not everybody does what actually wants it. Now, let me break something down before I go back to the hard stuff. There's something I would like to call your life value, right? I would explain. Now, for somebody like me, if you ask me questions like, what do you really want for yourself? Where do you see yourself and all of that? And I say, oh, I want financial freedom, right? My financial freedom is hanging on things that I find um that resonate a lot with me. Let me put it that way. On that, things that resonate a lot with me, I like to talk about finances. I love health. If I wasn't so much into finance and sales, I might be doing something that relates to health entirely. I mean, how to help people because I love natural medicine. I feel like the things that we eat are natural medicines and we can actually heal terminal illnesses and diseases by just watching what we eat and fasting. I don't want to go into all that. But my point is that these are the things that hinge so much for me. Health, personal finance, sales. These three things are huge for me, right? So if I, as a person, you're asking me for my life value, the things I really value in life, based on my end goal, my bigger goal. Let me say my bigger goal, like financial freedom. There are these three vehicles are the things that can take me to my bigger goals. Don't worry, you understand me if you don't understand yet. Somebody else, your own might be that you like fashion, you like content creation. Those things that resonate so much with you can be the ones that will lead you to your bigger goal, right? So we have a life value, each and every one of us, even if for most the end goal is financial freedom. But even at that, our level of financial freedom varies. Some people feel like they are financially free if they can afford their day-to-day meals, take care of their parents, put their children in the best schools, they're fine. Meanwhile, you know that there's a level of freedom where you can fly a private jet from your house to wherever. So there's hierarchy to this wealth. From the video and cheese wedding yesterday, you see that there's hierarchy to money. So when we say financial freedom, it is relative on the individual, right? So I'm trying to explain scaling as regards your life value and most people or general end goal of living the life of their dreams. And let me come back to the art stuff. I hope you all are following me. None of these things that I mentioned comes easy. If you want to scale your income, if you want to increase your income, scale your business, you must be ready to do the hard stuff. Someone let me write in the comments, ready to do the hard stuff. Someone write that for me, please. Ready to do the hard stuff. Because most people feel like they can just want to live the life of their dreams by just snapping their fingers and then that life just comes through to them. That's why they spend most of their time on social media going through other people's seemingly perfect lives and wishing for it instead of actually going to do the work. I have people on YouTube. Ah, that's nice. I thought everybody was on Instagram. So that's why people do what? They rather spend their time going through someone's. Thank you so much. Ready to do the hard stuff. Yes. So people rather spend their time going through someone's perfect life on Instagram rather than really, really doing the work. YouTube guys, I'm so sorry. I'm looking at my phone here, so don't mind me not looking at you guys on my laptop screen. Thank you so much. I'm on Instagram and YouTube live at the same time. So if you really want to grow, you must be ready to do the art stuff. And first thing first, let me say second thing aside doing the art stuff means I need to take some decisions that other people will not take. Let me tell you the easier things that most Gen Z find easy to do. Wake up in the morning. If they own a business, fine and good. If they work 9 to 5, let me give you a 9 to 5 scenario of a Gen Z slash millennial in this age and time who wants to blow. By blow I mean they want to make a good living, they want to make money, they're tired of the country. You hear complaints every day, oh, naira this now. They really want to, but they feel like they're looking for that one opportunity, like the opportunity will just come and just fall on their lap like this, but somebody will just come and just dash them money. That's what most people are always looking at. That's what they're always imagining in their head. So they wake up typically in the morning, On a good day that the Lord has made, they wake up from the bed and the first thing that they do is carry phone. If they have, maybe they go to work by 9, most people now do 9 to 5, right? The world is changing, no longer 8. So pick up their phone, they first scroll, they wake up maybe like 7. They scroll till like 7:30. I might be late, or maybe they want to cook to work. They quickly rush to the bedroom. They go to cook, carry the bag. For those that 9 to 5, they go to work. When they get to the office, sit down at their desk. If they pray in their office, all well and good. They start their day. In the middle of the day, if they don't have active task, they are where? Instagram. Scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. It's midday, lunchtime, go for lunch. After lunch, trust me, the day's already gone. Once most people come back from lunch, they are just looking at 5 o'clock, the ticking time to 5 p.m. And this cycle keeps repeating itself. I just gave you a typical scenario of the average 9 to 5er. I just gave a typical scenario of 99% of people. That is why 99% will keep complaining day in, day out about wanting a better life, but they will never get it. As of last year, my income per month, is it last year? Yeah, maybe early last year. My income per month, I'm not so comfortable saying this year, but I want to challenge you, right? Because I'm not even where I want to be. I'm not anywhere near where I want to be. If you know me, I do a number of things because my income level is just, my head is always thinking of how do I make more money. As the last year, I can say maybe my income cap in a month was about, let me say, early last year, maybe like 1.5 ish, early last year. Presently, this year, I've tripled that figure monthly. Triple that figure monthly. And that is just like a barest minimum on the months I do not really put in so much work. Even I that I'm talking, with the way I have routines for every day to ensure that I make the best of every day, I get 1% better every day. With that same way, I still know that I'm not fully using my potential. Now imagine somebody who does not have a particular routine to their waking up, to their daily lives, who just live life as it comes. After they finish work for the day, they come back home from work, they look for what to eat, they sit down, they open Netflix, watch Netflix, go on Twitter, if they tweet, they go and complain about the economy, complain about Nigeria, badmouth the country, badmouth Naira, badmouth Tinubu. After that, maybe those that retire to bed early, they go to bed tonight. The next morning, trust me, it's the very same thing. The average person is like that. But that same person wants a better life. How would you scale when you do the same thing day in, day out? How on earth, when you do the same thing day in, day out? At the beginning of the year, I had a live like this, Instagram live, and I said on that live that we should work on a mood board. One of the things I had on my mood board is that do not do this. I wish I could share my screen, but I can't share it because I'm on live with my laptop. I said, do not do the same shit you did last year. So there's no way on earth that you would do the same thing and you will get a different result. It's not possible. So if you're complaining of change and you keep waking up every day doing the same thing, where will it come from? Where will the skill come from? So put somewhere in your head first off that what the hard stuff. If you're not ready to do the hard stuff, you cannot grow. Dear product business owner, whatever business that you are doing right now, if your income has not increased over the time that you have been running your business, my dear, check yourself. You say that you are doing the same thing over and over again, but you're hoping for a miracle client or a miracle customer that will just come and just buy goods of millions, just like that. You're not changing your activities, you're not changing your attitude to anything, but you want a miracle. Please, how will that happen? I'll drop you another word. I wrote out some very core words because I can just keep talking, but I want some things. I want you to go home with some very, very important words. So I said, do hard things. If you do hard things today, you will live a soft life tomorrow. Can somebody write that in the comments for me? Do what? Do hard things. If you do hard things today, you will live a soft life tomorrow. Someone write that in the comments for me so I know that you're following me. Do what? Do hard things. If you do hard things today, you will live a soft life tomorrow. A soft life is a life of skill. If you're making more money, more income, and living a soft life. So if you're not ready to do the hard things, you cannot live a soft life. I was talking to my man earlier today, and I was having a discussion of the fact that I know so much things I want to do, but something is just you guys on YouTube, you guys are you're fabulous, you're fantastic. Thank you so much. You guys on Instagram too, thank you so much. So I was talking to him today, and I was telling him how much things I had in my head, and I was like, "Oh, with this thing I'm doing right now, I cannot combine this with this." And he was like, no, I said I can't combine this with this without stretching myself." And he said, "Stretch." He said, "Stretch." And I later thought about it. I got on a call with my PA and I said, "Fumi, this month, give me a 30 days countdown. I need to do this. I have an amazing PA. I don't know if she's here. I'm so happy to have her. I'm so happy that I've had great PAs. I've had the other side of the coin, but I've had very great PAs. And my present PA is a fantastic person. So I just got on the call and I told her that schedule this for me. You're going to make sure that I do this. Yeah, give me a 30-day countdown. Because these are going to be hard things, right? But I know that if I really want to get to where I want to get to, if I want to live a soft life tomorrow, I need to what? Do the hard thing. So I'll not come and give you tips and say, you want to grow your business, run ads, and you already know all that. I'm going to tell you the things that have been making you not scale as much as you want to all this while, even though you followed all the business coaches on Instagram, even though you have watched all the short video reels on Instagram. You've watched everything. Oh, run ads. They'll tell you again, what other advice do you get for growing your income? They might tell you upskill. You guys know all that. So I'm sure that you didn't come to this life to hear all that from me. I'm not going to tell you those things that you already know. I'm going to tell you the things that have been stalling your growth, the things that have actually not been making you achieve that growth and scale, even though you know all these tips and you follow all these business coaches accounts on Instagram. Another thing I'll tell you now, I'll tell you that money is a result of value created. Money is a consequence. Somebody write that in the comments for me. Money is a result of what? Value created. Money is a consequence. Someone give me that in the comments. Let me know that you guys are with me. I'll repeat it again. Money is a result of value created. Money is a consequence. When I see somebody write that for me, I would explain what I mean. You guys on YouTube, I see you guys. Thank you. YouTube guys are so fast. So fast. I'm enjoying this comment section. Money is a result of value created. Thank you guys. Money is consequence. Money is a consequence. If you want to make more money, you have to do what? Create value. It's not as simple as that. I will not think it's as simple as that. It's not as simple as that because you need to sometimes create value that is not found everywhere. Because if you want to be paid differently, if you want to be able to get on a call with someone and say, I charge this and this for my service unapologetically, it means you need to do what? Create value. Because money will not be the consequence for that value that you have created. Anybody will want to give you money when you can solve their problems and not the regular problems. Because we're talking about scaling income, right? Anybody can make 2-5 profits from selling perfumes. I mean, you are giving value, you're helping people smell nice, and there are 1,001 perfume vendors everywhere. There are 1,020 pastry vendors, right? So now, how do we make sure that you make more money than the regulars? It means that you need to create a value that is not readily available. It might be available, but maybe very few people just know how to coin that value. I've seen excellent people in this life. I will tell you 3 people to follow. I did a content on that on Instagram. So 3 people that I love so much, because when you listen to these guys, you will know that they don't just sit down and live day-to-day lives like every other person. I love people that challenge me a lot. I love people that when you see them, you know that this person is a product of the hard work. They don't live life as it comes. They don't want to find the easy way out. Remember what I said about it? I said do the hard stuff, right? So 3 people. Paul, what's this guy's name? Praise Akilami. A great guy, fantastic guy. 2 nights ago, I had a sales training 2 nights ago on YouTube, and on that training, as somebody was about to set it up for me, he now saw that Praise Akilami was online, and he mentioned something. I was like, this guy, they ever also, like, the guy has money, but you still see him showing up. See, it takes somebody that loves to do, not that loves, take somebody that is intentional about doing the hard stuff to show up as regularly as some of these guys show up. I mean, some of them have money that they can sit and chill, right? But they will still show up every time. You think it's easy to show up? Making it to this life this evening, even though this life is my first life in a long while, right? Making it to this life this evening, there's some things I had to. I think I went to make my nails and I loosened my hair and did all back. Looking at the time was already going. I had to rush up and rush up. The soft life, I mean, the easier route out is just to say, oh no, I can't stress myself. I just sleep. I'm tired. I went to the salon since. But being on this life, it takes an intentional act. And you being on this life too, I'm happy for you because it means that you want more for yourself. So as you are listening to me, please listen and implement. If you are late to this life, watch the video. I will try my best to round off in good time so you can sit down and watch the video at a stretch. Right? So when you look at people like Praise Akilami, Tamilore Adewi, Paul Fo, Abdul Kawi, people hate him, but I find that guy really motivating. When you look at these guys, those four guys I just mentioned, they are fantastic people that when I watch them, I see somebody who does something different. I mean, somebody who is not like the several youths who want the easy way out. These guys wake up and they're intentional about wanting more for themselves and they put it out there. So the first thing I said is what? Do the art stuff, right? I said do the art stuff. Second thing I said do hard things. If you do hard things today, you live a soft life tomorrow. And the third thing I said money is a result of value created. Money is a consequence. I hope what I've said this evening, I've charged you. The point is to charge you, right? Z, yeah, people hate the guy. Oh, people hate Abdul Kawi. They say they find him proud and all of that. But that guy is really inspiring for me. He's presently building a business, a watch brand, and he's going to $100 million. And when he puts out his process, see, follow great people. Just follow great people. I'm one of those persons that I'm trying my best to make sure that my feeds on Instagram, even when I want to scroll mindlessly, is filled with intentional people like this. I intentionally follow some pages so that they come on my feed. Because with the way social media is shaped, this social media is not conspiring to help you become a more productive person. That's why I tell those in my inner circle that the best way you can conspire against what social media is wanting you to do daily is that you also produce content and put on this platform. Because if you don't have content on this platform, trust me, you're making somebody money and you'll be getting poorer. You must become a producer because social media, you can spend hours unknowingly. And the funny part now is that once you begin to view a kind of post, they'll keep recommending that kind of post because they know that you like it. Something that you like. Before you know, you have watched 20 videos and then your time are supposed to allocate to a task is going. So please be careful of how many hours you spend on this. I'll tell you a tip that somebody told me about. I was telling the guy, I said, I went on a break last week for an entire week. Some people think I went for a vacation. I didn't. I went for a focused break because I needed to increase some things that I'm doing in my life. Like I needed to just change things for myself. I would explain when I'm almost at my destination. For now, let me just put it that way. So when I went for that break, I was talking to the guy I think when I came back, and I was telling him that I had to go for a break because there's some courses that I bought like months ago. It was about 35K and thereabouts. I've not even studied it. It was like so let me tell you what helps me study my courses. I tell myself that this course is money, and if I do not study this course, it means I'm losing money. So he said that is what helps him. So what he does is that he disables all his notification. He tells himself that notifications on social media, they are distractions. So he does not tend to them until he's done with active work. Because he tells himself that if I do this, I'm not making money from going through this. So that's what he told me. Somebody else I listen to a lot, he said something that's my third and last point for tonight. He said, time will fit or will fill up the space allocated to it. I would explain that. Time will fill up the space allocated to it. See, Have you seen some days on some Saturdays in your household? You wake up in the morning and you say, I want to wash clothes, I want to mop the house, I want to do that, I want to do that. Like that, that's your set plan in your head. And before you know it, you are doing that, this and that from morning till night. That's just what filled up your day. Literally. Thank you, Dabs. Time will fill up the space allocated to it. That's what literally fills up your day. Thank you, Jessica on YouTube. Thank you. And you know this, you know why this is the reason? Because if you don't allocate time to something, you will use hours to do a task that could have taken you 1 hour. And trust me, that task will last for hours because you did not allocate time to it. Before this class, when I was coming from the start, I was listening to a YouTube video. The man was talking about how he resigned from Amazon. So he said then he wanted more time for himself. He wanted more time to focus on himself and his family. And then after he resigned, he felt like now he had like 40 hours of time to himself. So he should be able to at least have time to do the things that he wants to do, right? And still have time, more time for family. It's like funny enough, he noticed that the time was being used. His time was being used like he was still working his regular either 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, I don't know, in Amazon. So he had to sit himself down and was like, what is happening? And I discovered that actually, as he says that he's busy at task, even in his home. So since he now works remotely, right? He saw that there were times where he was just opening social media and he was spending hours. He was saying to himself that he was analyzing some, because he wanted to become a content creator for whatever, I've forgotten the crafts that he now found to start doing after he resigned. So he said whenever he opened social media app to analyze videos, telling himself that he was analyzing the videos to help his new craft, he spent hours on it. And that was what was filling up his time. So he now made sure that he began to disable all apps, all notifications. And then if he tells himself that I'm spending 1 hour to just check what is happening on those that are doing the same thing that I'm doing in my niche, he makes sure that he spends 1 hour and he leaves the app. So if you're not allotting time to things, there's no way you can really grow. There's no way your income can scale. There's no way your business can scale because time will fill up the space allocated to it. So if you have a task and you want to be a very productive person, because it's when you become very productive that you can grow your income. It's when you can allocate time effectively. Not that you say that today I will do this task, I'll reach out to a client and proposition him for my business. But then you spend so much time creating content on that day. When the day ends and you know that you spend the whole day shooting you Instagram videos because you did not allot time to that task. You just thought in your head that I'll do this and do this and do this and do this today. There was no time allotted. So one task will just fill up the time because you did not allot time to it. I hope I'm communicating. Tell me that if I'm communicating with you right now, tell me that you are with me. I want to be sure that you're understanding what I'm saying. So if you not spend a whole day filming video and you could not reach out to a client, please, how will you be able to close business? I mean, how will you be able to close a sale or close the client, and how will you be able to make more money? For those that's just joining, welcome. I said earlier, I will not talk about the regular making money or increasing income tips because I know that you guys hear it several times from your Instagram coaches, right? I won't give you the regular. I'm giving you things that have not made you achieve that goal all this while after you've heard 1001 business lessons and income growing lessons from different coaches. So I'll be giving you those things that are not making you achieve it. So if you don't allot time, you will spend your day doing one thing and you will see that you keep going in circles and your income is not increasing. Your growth is staunched. If you want to be somebody that is productive and that will lead you to increasing your income every day, as you are writing down your goals, write the time in front of it. The time you are doing for a task that does not involve your phone, please disable notification. You're welcome, Jennifer Favor. Thank you so much. The time you are spending for a task that is not on your phone, if possible, try as much as possible to not do task with your phone, or you disable your social media apps, because once you enter that app for one thing, you guys can relate now. Sometimes I want to post an ad. So maybe I'm working with a brand and I want to go and download the video that they did on Instagram to post. I will enter IG to just download one video. ladies and gentlemen, I will spend nothing less than 15 minutes. Those apps are they are deadly. So if you are not making money from them and you're only the one spending time on them, there's no way you can even grow. So it's better you use it wisely. I heard that Elon Musk did not either did not get his children's cell phones or his kids are not on social media. Something between the two of them. As a freaking billionaire, someone that because he understands that this thing can make you backward if you are not smart in your usage of it. Some people that you see that they are on different social media platforms, you see their video on Instagram, on YouTube, they are smart, they know what they are doing. They are the main people that are maximizing social media in a way that they can make money from it, even though the app is meant to suck you in and you spend all your day on it so that they can make money. But if you're spending your time on this particular app, you want to patronize brands, right? You want to give more views to creators. So more creators want to come on the platform because they can get more views if their content goes viral. All these people, you're enriching one person. You're enriching Mark Zuckerberg. Then the next person, people that are being enriched are those that make sure that they create content that scales on all platforms. You create content for Instagram, you can repurpose for TikTok, you can repurpose for YouTube if you have YouTube, you can link your IG with your Facebook account. That way, you are maximizing the platforms rather than ensuring that you are just there wasting time scrolling and enriching somebody else while you are getting poor. You are wasting data. I hope I'm communicating, guys. So allot time to your task, please. Very important. Allot time to your task. Now, the final tips I'll give you one for 9 to 5ers. Final tip. I think we spent about 30 minutes here, and I'm sure that you guys have learned a lot. Thank you, Jessica on YouTube. Thank you, Eniola on YouTube. I forgot to say that if you are learning, share this live to your status and invite more friends. But I might be running off soon, but it's not bad. You can still share to your status and or your stories. Invite more friends. Once the video drops, once I end the live, they'll see the video and they can watch. For 9 to 5ers, this is my simple tip for you guys. I think some of my colleagues at work here, if you are from my workplace, please close your ears. I'm not talking to you people. But if you're a 9 to 5er, one way that can help you increase your income more is that you change jobs like every 2 years. Honestly, because you cannot really grow as much in salary wise in one job, except there's more you are getting from that job. Maybe you have equity in that job, like you are one of the owners of the please Rito Mo, I can't see you. You're one of the owners, you own maybe like shares in that company, or maybe like a percentage in that company. If not, if you want to Dabs, you're very much welcome. Thank you so much. Dab said you are blessed. You are blessed to always feeling I'm full already. I'm glad. So if you're a 9 to 5er, you work in a corporate organization, I would say change jobs. But there's a limit to how much your income can go if you stay in the company for a long time. Sometimes when you change jobs, your income can go up to 300% higher when you change jobs. Mr. Ebuka Arinze, thank you very much. You are blessed too. So your income can go up to 300% higher when you change jobs. There are different modalities to this, right? But that's my candid advice for you as a normal staff in a 9 to 5 and you are tired of your income. 2 years, please change jobs. And may God help you all. I think I'm done for today. If you have questions for me, please drop it. If you can help us recap all I said, I'll really appreciate you. Please drop it too. I'm sure you've learned a lot tonight and you are not going back here the same. You will go back to your homes and you would look at the things I talked about and you start working on them. If you want to learn more, I have inner circles on WhatsApp. I mentioned what I do in them at the beginning of this live class. The first one, I talk about personal development, sales, growth, all around growth. Second one, I talk about finance, money tips, how to invest in different financial assets. So if you want to join any of my inner circles, text me on WhatsApp. The link is in bio and talk to me. So I have a question. So how can I balance the side hustle with a 9 to 5? Okay, this particular question, I can answer it in different ways. But first off, sometimes some side hustles can actually become your 9 to 5 easily if it makes you more money. But if it's not making you enough money yet, first off, allocate time to it. Remember what I said about time, right? Time fills up the space that is allotted to it, right? So make sure that During the work hours, do your office work. You are paid for that. So please do your employer's work during your work hours, right? Then you can allot like maybe 2 hours or 1 hour, maybe during your break. You can now make use of your break. Like I said, you need to do the hard stuff. What somebody else will not do. If not, you will not get the results that somebody else will not get. If you want to live a soft life, you need to do the hard things. I said that earlier. So you can allocate your break, maybe that your 1 hour break during the day, to knowing that I'm focusing this on my side hustle. So something that you have to get better at, study it at that time. It's something that you have to reach out to clients for, reach out to clients at that your break time, or you do it after work. I will not advise that you affect your employer's work because you are being paid, like I said. So you can balance your side hustle and your 9 to 5 by knowing how to really allocate time. And it sometimes can get to a point where you know that your side hustle can even overtake your 9 to 5. So at the time, I don't think you need to be told. You weigh your options, look at the upsides, look at the downsides, and see it accordingly. Have I answered your question? Thank you so much, Dabs. You are so amazing. So Dabs already recapping for us. For my first point was do the hard things today. If you do the hard things today, you will live a soft life tomorrow. That was my first point. My second point was money is a source of value created. Money is a consequence. And my third one was that time will fill up the space or the spot allocated to it. And the final one I said is if you're a 9 to 5 worker and you really want to scale your income and you've been in a place for like 2 years, what might really help you is changing organization entirely, because that can help you negotiate a higher salary, and there's even a higher tendency that you are paid way higher. Most times when people change jobs, they get to be paid higher. I think I've balanced it based from both the standpoint of somebody that has a business and a 9 to 5er. I hope you all have learned from this, and I hope on my next live class you will be there and you will not miss it for anything. Watch the recording once it drops. It'll be dropping on YouTube. My YouTube guys, you guys are so amazing. I didn't expect anybody to join on YouTube, but thank you so much. Instagram live guys, thank you so much. So this is the end. We draw the curtains here. Until next time, I'll do this every week. So next week, you'll see my beautiful face once again. Okay, Israel is asking a question. He said, "Is it okay to change niche when planning to change?" Of course. See, I feel every human is multi-talented. Me like this. I think the problem I have in my life that I'm doing several things is because I have, let me call it strength, not particularly talent. I have strength in more than one areas. So if you see that a different niche is going to pay you more, I think the end goal of most people is to earn more. I don't think anybody's actually working because they feel like, oof, I have passion for working. I just want to work. I don't mind the money. I don't think anybody's doing that. So I would say that if you are changing niche and it's going to pay you more when you're changing a job, why not? If not, and it's the wonderful part is that you've gained experience from the first part of where you worked. I mean, whatever niche that you worked in, the first industrial organization that you worked in, you've gained experience, and that's great. Experience is so great. So if you feel like when you change, you can change niche and you make more money, of course, by all means, my dear. I've answered your question. I said by Israel. I think that's a yes. I'm getting a love. Okay. All right. Jessica, what gets you to, okay, this is a question on YouTube. She says, what gets you up every single, sorry, give me a moment. Oof. Hope I've not stopped this live. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry guys. Oh my nail just pressed it. I need to answer that. Okay, great. This guy says, what gets you up every single day to keep going, even on days you don't feel like? To be very honest, there are days that I can be really lazy. But one thing that gets me going is that I tell myself that nobody's coming to save me. Sometimes you trying to build wealth for yourself from scratch can be a blessing because it keeps you motivated. So even on days I feel like today when I woke up this morning, I was just in a place of I don't want to do anything. I wanted to just sleep on the bed and not do anything. But as I lay down on the bed, my body has become so used to waking up and having a routine that I was not asking myself, "Are you normal? What are you doing on this bed?" So I said, "Okay, fine. Since my body is not cooperating with me and my head is buzzing on why I'm on the bed, let me just bring all my work to the bed." Because usually I'll wake up, I would walk, I'll pray, I would work out, then I'll listen to podcasts while I work out, then I come to a table and work. So I had to just bring all my stuff to the bed. So I had a lazier day, right? But somehow I could not just be lazy all through the day. So I think one thing that will help is that when you build a habit and you see that your habit is hardening up, I mean, is helping you. You cannot be the same person if you wake up every day and you have a routine that makes you 1% better every day. So even when you yourself see how better you are, trust me, you don't need to be told to get up tomorrow morning. Jessica, I've answered your question. You don't need to be told to get up because you yourself will see that there's a huge difference between who you were and who you are now. I was talking on one of, I think I sent that was a VN on my status, on my WhatsApp status like a few days ago. I was saying that if when I was in school, if I wanted to become an excellent student, I would have. I knew what was needed, but I just was not ready to do the work. So I can't compare myself somebody that even right from lecture days, they were reading their handout already. They read early before exams. So when they come out on first class, you cannot say that it is cheating. It was just because they did the work. So if you, Jessica, know that nobody is coming to save you again, and you know that on the days that you put in action into doing the work, there was a result. Trust me, that is what will motivate you on the day you don't feel like. But there are days that you can be lazy. I mean, you will want to be lazy, but don't make the days that you fall off be more than the days that you rise because there's something called compounding. And Charlie Munger said that do not disrupt anything that compounds unnecessarily. You guys know Charlie Munger, right? That billionaire guy that I think he died recently. So do not, this Jeff Bezos or who is his partner? It just said do not disrupt anything that compounds unnecessarily. So if you wake up every morning, Jess, and you have a routine of you read, right? I always advise personal development. So people don't like to read. You all might be watching videos. There are movies on YouTube that can educate you. So if that's your form of learning, please indulge in it. But make sure that you are just doing it consistently and you're not falling off watching something else when you should be watching what you can learn from. Find your learning form and be consistent. If you wake up every morning and you consistently do something that makes you, I tell my guys in my inner circle, 1% better, give it 1 month, you will never be in the same place that you were. No matter what your craft is, Jess, you will never what be in the same place that you were. So compounding is so powerful. Atomic Habits by James Clear is also just talks about compounding, doing something regularly, consistently, and you will see results. So honestly, to be a better person is not is hard. That's why most people are not up there. At the beginning, I said the top is filled with very few people. People are few at the top. People are more down. Complainers on Twitter, there are many. But see those that are really doing the work to make sure that Nigeria does not happen to them so much. They're not complaining. They are in their place doing the work to ensure that they do not go through that hard life that the economy wants to ensure that everybody goes through. So don't join that bandwagon. The bandwagon makes a lot of noise, but the few that do the work and are making the money, they don't make that noise or complain every time. So do the hard stuff. Don't do the easy one by being a keypad warrior, shouting about Nigeria everywhere. Do the hard stuff of doing the real work that somebody else, that 99% will not do. Jessica, have I answered your question? I'm sure that I have. Oof, this is longer than I planned out. Okay, I have another question. This is my last question, guys. I don't want to make this too long, please. So he said, how do you handle burnout, especially building a side hustle with your 9 to 5? Okay, I've talked about how you manage a side hustle with your 9 to 5. I've talked about that. I hope you heard that. Now, excuse me. Now on handling burnout, I will give you an advice that I will call an advice that I'm not directly advising you. Take it as you want to. When it comes to being burnt out, right? Myself, I would say if you don't handle your own, if you are not a boss in your own business where you can take time off to what's that? If you're not a boss in your business where you can take time off to recalibrate when you're burnt out, maybe you answer to somebody else. So you cannot dictate your time. I would say to you that become a very high person of value that you can tell your bosses that you need time and your bosses will accept that you need time. I'll stop it there. I will not say anything more than that. Take whatever you want to take from it. Because when you're burnt out, there's no thief for burnt out. I won't tell you to keep working. I will tell you you need to slow down a bit and relax so that you can get yourself back and continue. You cannot keep pouring from an empty cup. You being burnt out means that you are just really tired and extremely stressed, right? So I cannot tell you that, oh, how that you manage burnt out. Just keep going. That's stupid. It means that you need to slow your roll a bit and even look at ways that you might not be the one doing so many things in your craft. That's where delegation comes in. If you are burnt out, it means you are doing too many things. What can you delegate? And I've said it before that if you want to delegate, you can delegate by sharing equity, or you can delegate by paying. So equity means that once, maybe like when you make money from something, the person that is helping you out in any capacity, you give them a percentage. That's you delegate so that you not be burnt out. And that can even help you increase your skill because you now have freer time to learn better. And once you learn something better, you earn better. Do you understand me? So you become a person of value that can dictate your time. That's what I will tell you. You can't manage being burnt out. You need to slow your roll and rest. All right. On side hustle and 9 to 5, how to combine. I won't go back to that. Please watch the video. More people keep joining this live, and I don't want to keep going back. Watch the video once it drops. I hope you can bring yourself to watch it because that's another hard stuff that most people don't like to do. Oh, there's a video that you can watch on YouTube. 15 minutes video, it's too long. I watched a 30 minutes video today because of how bad I wanted that thing. So sometimes it's not about the length, it's about how bad you want something. Everybody wants to take the easier way out. Everybody. Your body is just configured to want you to do easy things. You don't now tell your body that easy things will not give me the soft life. Let me do the hard things. So, Access by Israel, when this video drops, I hope you will do the hard thing that it seems very, very hard and watch the video so that you can get the response on how to combine your 9 to 5 with your side hustle. God bless you. Anyone, I'm not taking any more questions, please. God bless you, everyone on YouTube. I'm blowing you guys kisses on Instagram. Blowing you guys kisses. Come here again next week. Thursday, by God's grace. I'll be here next week, Thursday. And my birthday is it next 2 weeks? My birthday is next 2 weeks, Tuesday, I think, on the 8th of July. So I'll talk to you guys soon. And thank you so much, Ahmed Okpayemi. I'm glad that you were impacted. I need to take videos of these things. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Let me take videos from YouTube Live. Okay, thanks for sharing. Thank you. Let me take from Instagram. Are we celebrating Dabs? I don't know yet. You guys should send me gifts. Send gifts my way. Send gifts my way, all of you. Thank you all so much for staying with me on YouTube and on Instagram. I will see you all next week, Thursday, all things being equal by the grace of God. Bye. And Jessica, I'm glad you're fired up. Go and work with it. Bye.